Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Johnny Marvel. I'm back. I wanted to talk today about how quarantine can be affecting you, whether it's goals, your mood, whatever it is. Um, so for me, the way I've looked at quarantine is I kind of have been appreciating it. I've been looking at it in a way of like it's something that can really give you time to yourself. And with life, there's a lot of hustle and bustle and moving around and all that. So it's like if you know that there's something you need to do and you have all these distractions, it's easy for you to just kind of put it to the wayside. And when I say something to do, I don't mean something physically. I mean something like within you that's bothering you, that you know you need to work on. It's easy to put that to the side when you have work, when you have classes that you're taking, when you have kids or whatever it is that you have. And obviously kids don't stop during quarantine, but it slows down a little bit because they have their own, you don't have to travel and drop them off and pick them up and do all that stuff. So it's like whatever it is that you have going on in your life, it's easy to use that as, not use it, but it's easy for that to get in the way of you handling you, you looking after you. There's a big self-love movement going on. Everybody talking about self-love, and it's kind of like you got to take care of people call it your shadow work. You got to do your shadow work. You gotta look inside and really be honest with yourself about things that are bothering you or things that you need to work on. And I think quarantine has been a great opportunity to be able to do that. For me, I know it has. It's why I'm starting this YouTube channel, because I was sitting there and I'm just like, yo, it's something that was in the back of my mind. I always wanted to do it. But I was scared, and it kind of, being in quarantine allowed me to look at myself and look at my fears and be like, what are you scared of? And kind of like, dig deep and see what the root of the fear is, and it's because you just have all day to yourself. So it's like, I'm a thinker. I like to analyze and think and like reflect on myself, and I think reflection is really important. And so in that reflection, I figured out what it is the fear was, whatever was holding me back, and then lo and behold, here we are. I'm making a YouTube channel about 7 years late, but it's happening. So yeah, I think that if you take that perspective on quarantine, if it is bad for you, it may not be. It could turn into an asset instead of a liability for you. At least I think mentally and physically and spiritually. Now financially and all that's whatever, you got to handle that, but because it's been hurting me a little bit, but we're working through it. But yeah, as far as like getting things done though, it's kind of been, I'm sure it's hard for everybody because there's so much restriction on travel and moving and going out, and a lot of things you want to do, you have to interact with people, and it's hard to do that during quarantine. And for me, like, acting has been super slow. I remember I had an audition at the beginning of quarantine, and it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and then it just got canceled. And I'm sure that's happened to a lot of people, where you had something that you were doing and you were in the process of doing it, and it got canceled, and it's like, but you just kind of gotta, I guess, I don't know what to do with that, because I luckily have other things to do. But if you don't have other things to do, then I don't know, you have to work through that. But if you do have other things to do, then you can focus on those other things. Another thing, quarantine has been an inspiration for me. Again, the YouTube channel, that was definitely a thing. That was definitely like something that I always wanted to do, that this has given me the opportunity and the time to figure out what I needed to get done inside of me to accomplish it. But also it inspired a new idea within me, an entrepreneur, that word is always hard, an entrepreneurial idea for me, that I never, ever would have thought of. But in having this time to just kind of just be on YouTube and like learn a whole bunch of different things, it's been something that it's been a chance to let my mind go places places that it normally doesn't, because I'm confined by time and what I have to do. So take this time to just learn something new, to just like kind of try things out. Things that you normally wouldn't, because you don't have time for them. They don't seem like something that could be important. Like if you want, go on TikTok. Gary Vee always talks about, you should go on TikTok. This is the perfect time to go on TikTok right now. I'm probably gonna go on TikTok right now. Like after I do this video, I'm probably gonna make a TikTok. But just, I don't know, time is just, it's so precious. Like in quarantine, it's just giving us so much of it, like in abundance. Like we're so rich in time right now. And it's just like, it's like that movie with Justin Timberlake. I don't know what it was called, but it's like where the time was the money, it was the currency. This is that right now. We have so much currency, and we really need to invest it. Invest, like you invest money. People talk about investing money for future wealth. You need to invest in this time that you have to come up with future success. Future wealth, future happiness, future whatever. Set your life up so that it is the way you want it to be in the future. And this is the utmost opportune time to do so. So go and do that. If you got to cut this video off right now, if that inspired you, go cut the video off and do it. But do it. All right. Now, like for modeling, like I said, acting, it's been slow. So it's just like, that's something you just got to wait out. I would say work on your craft, work on the things that, you need to improve on during this time for when you get out of here, so that you can just hit the ground running. So acting, doing monologue. For acting, you can do like monologues or whatever. For, I don't know, whatever it is that you do, practice it. Just practice. Practice obviously makes perfect. So just do that, and then you'll be ready because it can't last forever. Quarantine can't last forever. I think Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee have already had enough, and they're just like, we're going back outside. We're gonna start life again. So it seems like it's gonna be around the corner for everybody if that goes well. So take these last few weeks or maybe month or two and like really work on what it is that you want to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, but like, subscribe, comment. I keep wanting to say follow. Comment, and see you next time. Johnny Marvo out.